Okay, what's up, everyone? Happy holidays to everyone. I just wanted to really quickly upload a mix of a how to use and also an indefensive for Phoenix. Just to let you know, I will not be uploading tomorrow, and I already missed Saturday and Sunday, as you know. I think that's mostly going to be in my schedule um, for the next couple weeks, every day during the week, and I will be continuing with in defensive and how to use. Today, obviously, Phoenix. Phoenix, I think a lot of people look at her for her prestige, but I think she definitely has a couple other things that you can use her for, especially if your alliance wanted you to do a prestige rank up, because your other champions don't have such great prestige. Um, like I said, this will be a mix between how to use and defensive, so I'm gonna do all abilities, stuff like that first, attributes, completely average, nothing special there. Synergies. She herself has some synergies that work pretty good into the beam crit team. But Ember Frost has a synergy with her that is pretty helpful in her overload state. I'll talk about that with the abilities. So, with the main thing that Phoenix gets is her Phoenix Force passives. So she can stack these. Easiest way to get them is by using your heavy attack, and you can get. I think most I've ever gotten is around 6 or 7. The more you get, the faster you can be gaining Fury buffs. And you can see the Fury buffs increase by 141, 10%, and there's a maximum of 11 of those you can have before you enter into Overload. When you have 5 or more, all of your attacks can be doing Incinerate damage. It's very weak Incinerate damage. It ticks for about 15 to 17, somewhere in that range. And it's only for 6 seconds, but you're going to be doing on every single hit. In addition to armor breaking off of heavy, and you'll still be gaining those extra Phoenix Force charges when you use your heavy. This Incinerate damage it's pretty good in my opinion. There's a lot less characters that are Incinerate immune than are Poison or Bleed immune. So this is very helpful for that reason. Even though it is weak, you can stack up to like 5 or 10 of them pretty quickly if you're playing aggressively. And that's 150, 170 damage per tick, which is great, actually. In Overload, you're going to immediately start losing all your Fury buffs, just ticking down. The synergy with Ember Frost that I talked about earlier will make it so that you don't lose them all until you were to lose all of them. So you basically lose them all at the same time, so you keep all 11 instead of losing them one by one. But it does last for the same amount of time. This is great because you have a 25% chance to stun incinerated targets. You won't be incinerating under 5. You do lose a lot of power gain, but you should be able to chain stun them relatively quickly there and relatively easily. Like I said, heavy attack, you get the Phoenix Force buff, plus when you have 5 or more Furies, you're getting the armor break. And this is, like I said, easiest way to get the Phoenix Force buff, and you're going to need quite a few of these to rotate between the specials. Highest damage output, I think, for Phoenix is rotating between the SP1 and SP2. So the SP1, you get 10% power for each Phoenix Force charge that you consume, all but one. And it also consumes the Fury, if you have one. So what I normally do in a fight is I use 3 or 4 heavies, and then my SP1. That usually gets me to around the SP2. Now what the SP2 does is you're consuming for the Fury buffs that you have, so you're reducing the number of Fury buffs a lot more than the SP1 does. The SP1 only consumes 1, but you're gaining 3 additional stacks of Phoenix Force. So you're going to be gaining those Furies back pretty quickly. You're going to have those Phoenix Force buffs. What I usually do is I then go from the SP2 back to the SP1 so I can consume more Fury buffs. So what I'm doing is gaining and losing those Phoenix Force charges while doing the same thing with the Fury buffs. it's pretty much the best way to go about using Phoenix. It's really important to stay within that 5 to 11 range because that's where you're going to be getting that maximum damage. You're going to be doing, you're going to be not only having maximum damage per hit, but you're also going to be getting that incinerate damage. Finally, her SP3, I don't use this that often, but it will consume all of the Fury buffs, and you're going to be getting a damage bonus. Only up to 240%. It's not like it's 240% per Fury or something like that, so it's not the same. Okay, so this is the first gameplay I'm going to show versus Black Panther. This was in the event quest. No interesting nodes here, though. So you can see I'm starting off parry into heavy, and I've got 3 charges. Got 4, and you can see the more charges I have, the faster I'm getting Fury buffs. Fury buffs have passed. I use that, and I'm very close to SP3. Use that back to 4. I have to bait up the heavy here. I cannot be as aggressive. With Phoenix, you really want to play extremely aggressive if you can. 6 Furies, I'll use this. You can see I'm running Incinerating. I got up to 10 Incinerates there pretty easily. I dropped below here. Again, heavy. Consume all but 1. Get back to SP2. It's all about just the quick rotation between the specials. He is gaining armor up. That's the node. It's the explosive personality, actually. I forgot what it was called. So as long as I don't have to just block him, okay. 15 incinerates, dealing anywhere up to from 20 to 45 per tick. I did 2,000 medium crit there. I want to use another SP2 because I can consume those. And he's down. So she does 74 hits is a lot. She does have a pretty high hit counter on her SP2. Now versus Magneto, this is going to be pretty similar, but this time I am not going to play as aggressive, and I'm going to lose all my buffs to overload. So one of the issues with Phoenix is having to bait the specials. Because I cannot play as aggressive while I have to bait all the specials. If I have a high count of, say, Phoenix Force charges, I'm going to be gaining those series very, very quickly. I don't think this is where I lose. I believe I get it right before here. SP2, I got 10, and I use it just in time. I consume 1. And consume the other 4. I believe this is where I lose it. Because I didn't get to the SP1 here. He is displayed there. So now I'm going to overload. I actually didn't get any stuns at all during this, surprisingly enough. Despite a 25% chance to stun on every hit for the incinerate target. I'm going to try and slowly get back into the rotation here while avoiding hitting his block just because of that node. Getting up to 5 Phoenix Force charges. And you can see just how quickly we're gaining Furies now. Use a quick SP1, so we slow that down, and we'll kill him. So this is just an example of Phoenix's regen. One of the things you really want to do is control when you die. What I did here is I used the SP2 and then let him pump his SP2 into me. Going from 20% to 36% obviously isn't the best example, but one of the major points of Phoenix's regen is controlling when it happens, so that you know how much you're going to gain and that you can get as many Phoenix charges as you can before it happens. Just some final thoughts about Phoenix. Obviously her pros, her regen, her high prestige are great, in addition to her pretty good damage coupled with Incinerate. 1200 per hit on average. I didn't get the complete kill Winter Soldier, and I lost Furies a couple times to Overload, so it's not perfect data, but it is pretty good. Beats out 5-star R3 Black Panther. which is very good. However, she does have some pretty big issues. You can obviously use the special rotation, and you need that parry unless you're fantastic with intercepting with the heavy attack. This is pretty common for characters that need to use their heavy attack to do anything, and Phoenix is one of those. I think that definitely is an issue against anything with stun immune, debuff immune, or just limber and stuff like that. So overall, though, I definitely think she is worth taking a look at. Her regen is fantastic for making her a brawler and AQ. Or Alliance War, possibly, even if you have issues there, you want a second chance. Couple her with synergies like Angela's with Hela or the Heimdall, and you probably won't ever die. And that is a really cool interaction. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it informative. Hopefully take another look at Phoenix, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.